And I've been flying since I was about 10 years old, and I'm 64, and I get nervous every time I pick up the handle, which is why I keep doing it. So, great bunch of people involved in the sport, and if you're looking for something to do in retirement, this is great. Here we go.
Hey guys, it's your product specialist Wesley from here at Motion RC, and today is a fun video. We are out here at the West Florida all-electric fly-in. I got that right?
Yes, you did.
And this is the Manatee County Radio Control Club, and it's a fun day because we are going to do some control line. Well, not me. My friend here is going to do it. So tell the guys your name, where you, well, you may know where you're from, from here, but
yeah,
tell them your name, what you're flying.
Rick Osborn. And I'm from Pinellas Park, Florida, which is a suburb of St. Pete. And I want to include my good friend Dave Hallis, who's a flying buddy since high school.
Well, guys, this is going to be exciting. Well, what I'm going to do right now is just step back. They're going to power up the airplane, and we're going to see this thing go for a flight. So let's just step back out of you guys' way.
And safety first, make sure somebody's got the airplane while you're setting it up.
Yeah. How do you tell it to actually go?
It's got a pre-programmed timer, and yeah, we got it set. And so it gives me a delay, so I can fly by myself. Yeah, this should be good. And it gives me a 30-second delay, so I can start it, walk out to the handle, make sure everything's before the motor starts up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run my lines. Nah, it's dry now. And I'm flying this model on 64-foot, 15 thousandths steel cable. And today I'll be doing the AMA pattern, at least a good attempt at it. So, in our state contest, I fly this model in the Warbird category for control line. King Orange is our big state contest every year in October. And I always go up to Carmichael's, Pennsylvania for Brodak, who a lot of RC guys know Brodak because he sells kits, but he also sells a lot of control line stuff. And here we go with Bud. So the AMA pattern is 14 maneuvers done to the best of your ability. And the first thing, we start off with a reverse wing over the top of the circle and come out inverted. And here we go. And then we go back up and pull out. That's the first one. Now I'm in an official flight if I was at a contest. Next maneuver is 3 inside loops. There's 1, 2, 3. We come out inverted for the next maneuver, which is inverted level flight. And that's 1 lap, and 6 of those. 2 laps, 3. Next maneuver is outside loops, 3 of them. That's 4. That's 5. And 3 outside loops. 1, 2, 3. And come out upright. All right. Next maneuver is square loops. The dreaded square loops. Yeah. Let's see. 1. Going across the top, down. 2 of those. 1, 2. All right. Next one is square outside one. I start really high. All right. Wish we had a few more. I love to fly on cloudy days because you get good contrast between the airplane and the sky. And next one is triangles. And kind of looks like a triangle. All right. Coming up next, my horizontal 8s. 2 of those. For inside and outside. And inside and outside. And wind's picked up a little bit since we got here this morning, so. Let's see, next up is inside square 8s. Try to get the tops and the bottoms a little straight. All right, next is the vertical 8. 2 of those, let's see. 2 loops on top of each other. Over my head. A little turbulence at the top. That's my excuse anyway. Next is the hourglass. Just one of those, thankfully. All right. Now the dreaded overhead 8s. You got to start upwind for those suckers. Let's drag it a little. All right. That was maneuver number 13. 14 is the 4-leaf clover. You gotta really squint to see this one. Here you go. Straight up, overhead loop, down, up, and across, and straight over the top into the wind. All right. And I've been flying since I was about 10 years old, and I'm 64, and I get nervous every time I pick up the handle, which is why I keep doing it. So, great bunch of people involved in the sport, and if you're looking for something to do in retirement, this is great. Here we go. 3-point landing. And we need to fix that on our runway. So, hope you had fun.
Hey pilots, that was a lot of fun getting to see this today. It's definitely a unique experience. Now what I want you to do is kind of explain to the guys how the controls actually work on one of these models. That guys might not have seen these before. You know, a lot of guys have heard of them that are younger
Right.
like me, and a lot of older guys have done it, but it's kind of fun. Let's show them how the wires actually work and things in the aircraft.
I'm not going to take the wing apart.
Right,
but you know, most kids, kids my age have the little Cox airplane, and so, you know, basically the design is the same. It really hasn't changed much in the last 50 years.
Right.
So it has a bell crank in the center of the airplane, right in the fuselage, which is
It's coming out right in here. I think.
that's where the throw arm is coming out. And the bell crank's in here. This one has a 4-inch bell crank. Of course, there's a center point, and then a fulcrum on the outside, which actuates the wire. You know, moves it back and forth. And on this model, I have flaps. So
look at that. There is flaps. Okay.
So the flaps, you know, help it stunt. And there's a lot of models that you don't need flaps for.
I thought they were ailerons. You don't need ailerons ever on this. That's right.
Ailerons would definitely
be a bad thing.
Yeah, it would definitely do you in. So
Look at
And
that.
it changes the point at which the model makes its turn up and down. In
Right.
a control line, it's up and down, and when you're flying upside down, of course, everything's backwards. So
Right.
down is up is down. We don't turn our handles around, although some people did that in the beginning. So
And I guess
this
this is just up and down is all your two
that's
things
all,
out here
yeah.
are doing.
And I'm like I mentioned, I'm flying on 64-foot, 15 thousandths braided steel cable.
Yeah, look at that. So this is all the controls right here, Lord.
This-
Can you get this?
Yeah.
So it's in and out on these two wires.
Yep.
There is no throttle control.
Nope.
And it just makes it go up or down. That's all you got.
Yep. That's what you got.
And it's funny, it's negative flaps basically.
Right.
That's
right.
You'd think that would not affect it very well if
Well,
it was that way.
Well, what it does, my understanding is that it moves the point of the model's turning
Right.
farther up, so it does it quicker. And there are some models that look like they almost stop before they make the jump to vertical.
Now, the other thing they've got to explain on this is the throttle, because there is none.
No
So-
throttle.
You've gone all electric now. You know, a lot of guys used to, and then you flew until you ran out of gas. So they'll show them what the difference is here.
Yeah, we've come up. This is
Technology.
technology. So I'm using a 4-cell battery. And ESC, just like in
Right.
a radio control airplane, that speed, controls the motor speed. But this little device here, Will Hubin makes these timers, and he sells a little programming box with it. You can set the RPM, the delay, the length of the flight,
Right.
And then there's also a compensation. So when the model's doing maneuvers, it draws more on the battery and gives it more juice, so you get an increase in power while you're doing your maneuvers. So a lot of guys use this system. I think he's been out for like 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, it
And,
was crazy. And when it started up, it just
Yeah,
it has the soft start
soft
to
start.
make it take off nice.
Right, and I believe that setting, the soft start, that's in the ESC.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well-
it's set up that. So it's just a push of a button, and I got 30 seconds to
Run over
Get
there.
the-
If you're not there, it
Yeah.
goes flying off into the woods.
Luckily, haven't had that happen. We're very safety conscious
Right.
here at MCRC. I want everybody to
Yeah,
know
no,
that.
we're just talking
So-
about what, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was a lot of fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean,
Yeah.
I really
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate you taking the time today.
Yeah.
I think this will be a fun little sidestep from some of the RC stuff right now to see another aspect of our hobby that guys are still enjoying and loving after
Oh,
so
very
many
much,
years.
very much so, very much so.
Well, guys,
great bunch of guys.
Whether it's
So,
land, sea, or air, Motion RC has everything you want. Keep coming back for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks
all right.
again, brother.
Yep, thanks.